So essentially what Fall Guys is, it has up to 60 players competing against each other in a variety of game modes in order to qualify for the next round, and then they have a chance at winning. Well, it's like a fictional game show, I guess. Just think a bit like Total Wipeout, and then you've got the rough gist of this game. Diving right into the pros, this game is very refreshing. You know, we've seen the Battle Royale, Last Man Standing type of games really worn thin in these past few years, ever since the success of PUBG. It isn't a game that includes loads of guns, in fact doesn't include any, or explosives, getting to the circle, the safe zone. It is still technically a Battle Royale in terms that it's the last man standing wins. I said it felt very refreshing, felt something new, but then again it also felt very nostalgic. It reminded me a lot of the games I used to play on the Wii, whether that's games made by Wii itself or like the mini games you get in Mario Party. So stuff like that was a nice bit of refreshing nostalgia I didn't ask for, but I enjoyed having. Although this game is a lot of fun, it does produce a lot of gamer rage and frustration, and when I say that, I really mean it. Countless number of times I've shouted at my TV, because in some games you have to work together to progress. Most notably the round called Seesaw, which if you've played this game you'll know what I'm talking about. Here you have to work the simple mechanics of a seesaw, you know, seesaws like this, if you put too much weight on one side, that side will go down and the other will go up, vice versa. If you have an equal amount of weight on both sides, it should stay roughly the same, or if you're just all in the middle. So that applies to one of the game modes in this. You have to progress by going on a seesaw, but you would want to try and work together so you can thin it out so everyone can get past. You don't want to keep jumping on the same side so it is constantly like that. But no, we're playing with complete idiots. They sabotage everything, whether that's just in any game where they just jump, get in your way, knock you out of the way. But in this game it's very frustrating because they don't understand the simple laws of physics, you know. The thing is tilted like that, so it clearly needs weight on this side, but people keep jumping on it when it's like this. Land on here and slide off, and when the thing is struggling, you know it's about to tip, more people just jump on the end. Once you get past that bit, which is full of the noobs, then you're good, but it's very frustrating. I like in this that you can party up with your friend, but you actually are kind of against each other, although it doesn't have that same toxic energy. You're against each other with about another 55 players. I always thought that this could be a cool idea, being in the same party as your friend, going into a match, but not being on the same team against them. I think that could have been a cool idea in Warzone or when I used to play Fortnite, but thinking about to it, that could involve some teaming, because there's not much you can do in terms of teaming in this game, as the controls are very simple, which once again very easy to get a hang of, which once again I was a big fan of. But moving into the negatives, and this game's servers are by no means perfect. Glitches are still found very often, whether that's me disconnecting from the servers for no reason, or as soon as I saw this happen I was like, oh, chucking this in my review. There's a game mode where you have to run in your teams. You have these tails attached to you, and it's a bit like tag, I guess. If you get tagged with the tail, you get the tail, but you want to hold on to the tail. So essentially, whoever has the most tails on their team wins, and the one with the fewest gets knocked out. So we were in the middle there, so we were still technically safe. I had a tail. There was 5 seconds left. I was running around. My teammate came right up behind me so he could protect the tail. In terms of logic, if there's someone standing there who has something behind their back and you're standing right behind them up against them, it's going to be hard for someone to come right up and take it from you if there's that person in between. But didn't stop this game. This guy reached straight through my teammate, pulled out the tail, and we ended up getting knocked out with about 1 second left. So stuff like that is very frustrating. And I mentioned I love how you can play in the same game as your mate, but you're actually up against each other. But if you've qualified or been eliminated, then you want to watch your friend. As soon as you go into spectate mode, it just chuck some random guy's game up on the screen, you know, and you have to flick through everyone to find it. And when you inevitably find your mate, the round's about to end. It'd just be nice if the first person they put up was the player that you're in a party with. Just makes life a bit more easier, and you know, once you've qualified, you can have a nice little relax and you don't have to stress about having to find your mate. And there's this other game which is very, very simple. It's called, I don't remember what it's called, but it's where you have to match the pictures of the fruit onto the panels and then stay on that one. But anyways, even though it's easy, you don't have to pay attention because you see where everyone goes, so you can just go there. It doesn't require much skill. And considering that's one of the later rounds, it doesn't knock out many, so it just leaves a lot of people in the final, which I don't enjoy having that many people in the final. I think it's more interesting when it's very few. Like I had a game where there's only 4 in the final, whereas these ones have like 14. These are just the quick problems I have with this game. You know, they could be easily fixed as this game's in the early stages of release, so I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. Although a lot of the time I rage, it shows that I'm passionate about this game, and I believe that Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout is a lot of fun, especially if you're playing with your mates. I'm going to give Fall Guys a 7 out of 10, and to be honest, I'm not sure I would have played it if I hadn't been given it by PlayStation for my monthly subscription. Yes, I'm not sure it would be worth the £15 or whatever country you're in. The fun could be gone very quickly, the hype could be gone. They don't constantly change things. But nonetheless, a very fun game and a nice change from what I've played recently. It's not often you see a video game review from me, so if you'd like to see any more of my video game reviews, I'll leave a clickable card up here. I've also done one video game ranking, the Uncharted series, so if you do want to see that, I'll also leave a clickable card up here. But anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. But even so, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in my next video.